Ever since I flew over Greenland when returning home from Iceland in 2015, I have wanted to explore the mountains and fjords that line the coast of this beautiful country. In 2024, I finally made the trip happen. Due to the concern over polar bears in East Greenland, I decided to take a 2 week guided backpacking trip. There were only 6 other clients on the trip, so the size of the group was nice. We arrived at cold and strong winds, which delayed our start for the trip by a day. But once we hit the water for the hour-long boat ride to the start of the backpacking, we were excited to experience the beauty and challenges of Greenland. This is where we started. They're picking up another group of 12 kayakers that have been out for a week, and this is our starting point. We're just off Sirmilik Fjord, and I think we're headed up that way. It's kind of interesting on the boat ride, about an hour and a half. It was really cold, had a lot of icebergs, and so a lot of weaving in and out of the icebergs, and which was really interesting. Yeah, so we've got 12 days, really 12 nights, and a wake up, and should be awesome. It's a little chilly right now. It's not too awful bad. I've got lower layers and upper layers on, and it's a little sprinkly. Let's go and start this trip. All right, we're at our camp. Look at that view. It's just incredible. You can see the Sirmilik Fjord up there and the ice flows. And right there is where we're going to be setting up all night on our polar bear watch. So that's fun. It's a beautiful campsite. We had a pretty easy day. We only did maybe 2.5 hours of hiking, so I haven't come very far. Yeah, it's really crazy pretty. I'm not worried about the polar bears. I feel like maybe I should be more worried. I mean, it's weird. We've got to do 24-hour shifts, or all-night shifts. So we're doing 1 hour each. I got to get up at 2 in the morning. Keep enjoying it. We got glaciers back behind the camp, back in there. But yeah, having a good day. It's been nice. It is August 13th, 2024. It's a Tuesday, so it's the morning of the second day. The weather finally looks nice. It rained on us some last night, but not too bad. The bear watch wasn't too bad. The hour goes by pretty fast, and it's not pitch black dark, so that was good. But you can see the weather. There's blue sky now. The wind's blowing, so it's a little chilly, but not too bad. A good day, and I can't get over. I mean, look at those views. So far, looking good, and we'll see how much we got to do. We're getting an early start today, so I'm curious to see how long we go. Get hiking. I'll check back later.
got our first river crossing. This one's it's pretty fast, but I don't think it's very deep. Looks like we've got at least 2 major braids of it though. I don't know what literally frolic through the dandelions is going to entail, but I'm curious to find out. There it is. It's frolicking. Above our camp, the Sturmel Fjord. Crossing some tidal flats. We had hoped to cross way up there, but low tide was about 6 hours ago, so no chance of that. We're saving a little bit of time. Not much, a little bit. We got the sketchy part ahead of us. There's a cliffy section up here we have to do. Looks pretty sketchy from a distance, so we'll see when we get closer. Alright, we're coming up to what I believe is the crux of the whole trip. It's this cliff band up here. We gotta get around down by the water, so we've been taking all day to come around this bay. Or hours anyway. We're only a little over a mile from the campsite, but feels like we've been at it for about 5 hours. And it's 4 o'clock right now on August 14th, 2024. So Wednesday, we're on day 3. So yeah, I think I do get the impression, if I remember correctly, this is the crux. It's not long, and there's tracks out here. People have been out here. Can't be that sketchy. I mean, it can be, but I think it's minimal risk. Relatively. Or maybe we'll all die. So this right here is probably the prettiest place we've seen yet. And this is at our campsite. Back this way, you can see our campsite over there. This is our campsite at the end of day 3. Wednesday, October 15th, 2024, which is day 4 of this Greenland trip. We, after the end of today, we will be a third of the way done. It's a 12-day trip altogether. And come all the way up this valley. You see the mountains at the end of the valley are on the other side of the fjord, but we started right on this side of the fjord. It's been a long day. It's 2 o'clock right now. We've been going since 9 o'clock, so 5 hours. Had a lunch break in the middle. A little more laid back today than it was yesterday, but the terrain's a little rougher. It's a lot of tussocks and marshes, even bogs. It hasn't been too awful. It's been rainy and cold. Looks like it's starting to clear up though. Man, those fog on those mountains is moody, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow we're camped at the same spot up here, kind of the base of those glaciers, and we're gonna day hike and pick up food cache. Looking at the map just now, it's probably gonna be a 9-mile round trip day hike. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I think yesterday is when last night actually getting into camp was when it finally got what I wanted to see, and so far it's stayed that way. Today, check out this campsite. Tell me that's not incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful campsite. I'd put it in the top 5 easy. Easy. Alright, it's Friday, August 16th, 2024. I'm bundled up because it's 6:30 in the morning. I've been on bear watch for an hour and a half because somehow on the rotation of, we sit out for an hour all night, and each night, and then we rotate, we move forward an hour each day, so we're not all in the same crappy slots each night. And my luck, I got the last slot of the day on the day that everybody's sleeping the latest. So that did not work out in my favor. I did get to bed fairly early and got a good 7.5 hours of sleep, so it wasn't too bad. It's the most sleep I think I've gotten, most uninterrupted sleep. Yeah, look at this view. I mean, it's just incredible. This is day 5, so this is camp 4. I mean, the view is just amazing. I'm bundled up. It's not cold, but that's because I have a ton of layers, but it's a bit windy. Yesterday, finally just started seeing things that made all the work worth it. It's absolutely beautiful. The weather looks pretty good today. It rained on us all day yesterday, or at least most of the day. And it was cold yesterday. Today we are leaving the camps here, and then we're going to day hike down to the cache, our food cache, and pick that up. And it looks like my water is boiling, so it's time for me to make breakfast. So I'm going to get off here for a little bit. Look at us like, oh crap, they're still there.
You can still see you, bud.
Do you want to be my friend? You keep doing what you're doing. He's looking at you as confused as I am.
Oh no. Hi, bud. Oh, alright, let it stop.
Look at those mountains. Look at that. It's incredible. Just beautiful. Joke. Back near the fjord, look at all the ice, all those icebergs. It's a nice little lake up here above it. Beautiful spot. We're camped still about 3/4 of a mile away, or we're supposed to be. We'll see. So we're hiking up along the coast of Smirlik Fjord. It's more and more ice choked the further up you get. Drink it. Been doing some pretty slow scrambling along cliff bands, trying to find the best route. That's why we happen on a path. This is actually a nice version. It's been a whole lot of scrambling on our hands and knees, and can't film that. I'm close enough to dying every time anyway. crossing a glacial runoff first thing in the morning. We camped near it so that hopefully it would be lower, and it was lower. It was really good because we caught low tide. Saved us a lot of time, and it was really pretty. Of course, but the water's cold, but not too bad. Now we're gonna trudge through this and see what happens. We actually have ice forming on top of the water. I'm trying to bypass that as much as possible. Being a little cold and wet is worth it. At this point, we're already cold and wet, so.
Yeah, without anyone else. Right?
Yeah, I don't.
Get the others out of the way. Grilled, yeah. Oh no, but that's someone to do it. There's those. Do you mind if it's
So we're coming through at low tide from this glacier, and all these icebergs out here, and they're beached, and it's crazy. I mean, it just goes all the way through there, and every once in a while the big glaciers that are out there still in the water are breaking apart, just booming like a gunshot. We are finally on day 8. It's Monday, August 19th, 2024. So we're about 4 miles or so from our next camp, and today's been crazy. We've been running along the coast, and we're going in and out of icebergs here during low tide that are beached up on the beach. Really cool. Icebergs are calving off and flipping all over the place, and it's really neat. Yeah, we got through glacial moraine that was easier than we had expected, mostly because of low tide, I think. Yeah, it's been a really good day. You can see the weather's good. It's a little cool. It was pretty dang cold when we woke up this morning. As long as the sun stays out from behind the clouds, it's decent. Yeah, so we got another 4 hours or so before we get to camp, and probably about 4:30, and then we'll have 4 days left. So it's Monday, we'll be done on Friday. That cool ice almost looks like an ice sculpture. It's amazing. See where it goes. Yeah, that's cool. Only done about 6 quote trail miles. There's no trail, as you can see, but 6 route miles today. It's been a tough day. Been a lot of boulder hopping, a couple of moraines we had to get over and across, and It's been a rough terrain day. It's been slow, so it's 4 o'clock right now. We started at 9 o'clock and only had 6 miles to go, and we are 7 hours into it, and we're not there yet. I estimate we still have another hour, but we are getting to the head of Surmelic Fjord. You can see way up there. We're not going that far, but we'll be able to see it now. Some really big peaks up there towards the head of Surmelic Fjord. It's the morning of day 9. We gotta get up over that pass today. Be the high point of the trip. It's like a 1,200 foot elevation gain, I think. That's from the ocean. We're probably already a couple hundred feet above the ocean, so maybe 1,000 feet. Look at these mountains. And glaciers. Headed up the pass. We're getting there. There's the water running off that glacier, which is the main river for this whole valley. And there's the valley. That's you can see the icebergs down in Surmelic Fjord. So we'll get over the pass and we'll be in a different drainage. So beautiful. It's been much easier walking today. I mean, we're kind of getting bouldery up to the pass, but we expected that. Otherwise, we're making really good time. Some nice boulder scrambling we just did to get up to the top of this pass. Wasn't too awful bad, but it was a lot of it. It's the top of the pass. A ton of boulder hopping.
And when I saved it from being raped, it came
Our camp is down there, and you can see the fjord off in the distance where we're getting picked up tomorrow. Or Saturday. I think I'll stop here. That's Foxjaw is the name of it. Some evidently very popular rock climbing as far as Greenland goes. Popular. We did find a climber's camp Down there, if you can see, there's a very, very large boulder at the bottom. It's the climbers camp. Our camp is to the left of that, down in the grass. There's the fjord. It's going to be our way out on Saturday morning. So we'll be hiking out to that tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 6.5 miles. Doesn't look that far, so I don't know if it's that first body of water is really the fjord or if it's back there past those ridges. Not sure, but my gosh, it's beautiful, absolutely stunningly beautiful. So this is day 10, I think. Maybe it's day 11, 10 or 11. It's August 22nd, Thursday, 2024. It's day 11. Tomorrow is the last full day, but we don't get picked up until about 10 o'clock Saturday morning. We'll be camped right by the pickup though, so it'll just be waking up and getting on the boat. And then it's take the boat back to the lodge, take showers, repack gear, and then our flights are in the evening time. All of us leave Saturday evening and Reykjavik, and then I've got a hotel for Saturday night and I leave Sunday. Alright, well, we gotta wait on them to come back and get me, and I'm on this outrageously narrow moraine and he wants me to wait on him, so I guess I'm gonna sit down and wait on him. Talk later. Right. It's Friday, August 23rd, 2024, which is day 12 out here in Greenland. This is the last full day. We are camping tonight, but we're getting picked up at 9:30 in the morning. So we still have one more night, but the last full day is today. We've got about right at 5 more miles to go to the campsite. It's about 11 a.m. right now, I think. So right now you can see it's easy walking, and it's funny because every step that's easy makes the whole thing easier, because some of those days every step was not easy, every step was hard, but so we like these easy distances, make a whole lot better time. Just even when you just have a quarter mile of it, it helps tremendously.
Mountain guide goes postal.
Get tired of trying to murder all of them. This is the arrive.
Yeah.
News at 11.
Polar bear left scratching his
After watching several whales on the boat ride back to the village, we finally made it back to civilization. And, as always, it was a bittersweet return. I wanted a shower and some good food, but Greenland had put its hook into me. The majesty of the views, the crack of calving icebergs, The challenge of the trailless wilderness, the foxes, the late night polar bear watches, the midnight sun, the swift river crossings, the northern lights, the maze of icebergs littered across tidal flats, the new friends, all of it, everything. It was phenomenal. Greenland was everything I had expected. It was everything I wanted. As our plane lifted off from the remote gravel airstrip, I looked north into the distance and saw mountains that stretched beyond where we had explored, and I knew there was so much more of Greenland that I would need to see.